All Around the World, Egypt by Jessica Dean. We're reading this book with the permission of the publishers, Jump Publishing. Chapter 1. Welcome to Egypt. Pyramid. Would you like to gaze at the Great Sphinx or visit ancient pyramids? Do you want to ride on a camel or take a trip down the Nile River? Egypt is a country full of adventure. The Sahara Desert is here. Sand stretches as far as the eye can see. Sand foxes, snakes, and gazelles live in the desert. Water springs up in surprising places. Cities and farms spread out nearby. Around them are miles and miles of desert. A desert area with water is called an oasis. Why do you think cities and farms are found near these? The Nile River flows through Egypt. It is the longest river in the world. The papyrus plant grows on the banks of the Nile. Ancient Egyptians used it to make paper. Did you know Nile crocodiles are long too? In fact, they can grow up to 10 feet long, or 3 meters. This is what papyrus looks like. About 90% of the people who live in Egypt live along the Nile River. Why do you think that is? Do you think it would be easy to live in a desert like this? Chapter 2, An Ancient Country. The Great Sphinx of Giza guards the Great Pyramid. This statue is half human and half lion. The pyramids were built more than 4,500 years ago. Pharaohs were buried inside. They were the first kings of Egypt. Their burial chambers were filled with riches. After the pharaohs were gone, people robbed the pyramids. Later, the mummies and treasures were preserved. They were put in museums. Now, people visit the pyramids to imagine how they were built. Take a look. The Great Pyramid has different rooms inside. Each room once had a special purpose. There was the king's chamber. This was the burial chamber of the pharaoh. For this pyramid, the Great Pyramid, that was the pharaoh Khufu. The Grand Gallery leads to the king's chamber. The ceiling in there is almost 30 feet high. The queen's chamber may have held special objects, but was not meant to be the burial chamber for the queen. All of that led out from the entrance. Chapter 3, Life in Egypt. In the country, homes are built with mud bricks. Some are painted bright, cheerful colors. Most have only a few rooms. Farmers grow crops in the Nile Valley. Egypt exports fruit and vegetables to other countries. They grow more crops than most other places in the world. To export something means to send it to another country. The big cities here are very crowded. Tall buildings line narrow streets. Tiny apartments are inside. Cairo is the capital. It has more people than places to live. Many city workers have service jobs. They work in stores, banks, and schools. The people of Egypt vote for the president. Then, the president chooses a prime minister. They're both in charge. There's Cairo. And here's the Nile River running through it. Food here is fresh and simple. Fruit with yogurt or cheese is breakfast or a snack. Many meals offer beans, vegetables, and rice. Meat is not served often. Flatbread comes with most every meal, like this. Sweets are simple too. Fruit and nuts are sweetened with honey. They are served on ice cream or cake. Rice pudding is another favorite treat. Kids here eat nuts and fresh grapes. They eat cucumbers or peppers with dips. Are these similar or different to snacks that you eat? Egyptians greet spring with Sham el-Nassim. It is a day for picnics and outdoor fun. Ramadan is celebrated here too. People don't eat or drink during the day. They light lanterns to celebrate. Friends gather for a special meal after the sun goes down. There is a lot to experience in Egypt. What would you like to do here? These are lanterns hanging in a street market. At a glance. Here's Egypt, the orange. Running through it is the Nile River. There's Cairo.